Hi guys, we are a little early, but that's okay. We're going to get started. My name is Samantha Key. I am the Market Center Tech Trainer for Keller Williams Realty in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I am beyond excited today to talk to you guys about Command Designs, which is like one of my favorite things about Command. I love lots of things about Command, but Designs has a special place in my heart. I feel like it is super useful. It is so easy to create and manipulate whatever marketing materials you need. You can create newsletters, emails, postcards, social media posts, all within Command, and you have access to so many things, and it's so cool. So let's get started. Let's talk about it. I'm flying solo today, so if you see me look to the right, it's because I'm checking my other screen to make sure that I'm all lined up about what I need to show you. But I'm going to share my Command with you right now, and we are going to get started. It's 1:30 on the dot here, so let's get in. Okie dokie. So this one, here we go. So I'm in my Command, and the first thing that you go. Oh, here we go. I wish I could be, it doesn't matter. We're going to do it this way. Oh, here we go. This is what I want. I had to pick the right button. Okay, so I'm in my Command, and the first thing that I want to show you guys about working in Command Designs or just in Command in general is your marketing profile. So go up here to your name and click on the little arrow, and then go down here to Settings. And you are going to go to your Connect settings and then go to your marketing profile. So all this information is used on your website. It uploads into your designs, into your email templates, like in your app, like all of the stuff. So you want to make sure that it's up to date. It's got all the information that you need. So this has my photo. I am not on a team. I mean, I'm on a leadership team, but I'm not on a real estate team. So I just have this cute little KW in there. I have my name. I am not an active agent, so I don't have a license number, but you guys need to have your license number in here. So I just put this example filler, your job title, your credentials. You can do military affiliations now. So if you are any of these things, you can put it in here, your bio, phone number, office phone, email address, your website, and then you really want to make sure that this brokerage information is correct and that you have your correct brokerage logo. This is really important for compliance within your own state, but also for compliance within your brokerage. Just make sure your compliance is correct. So here I have all of my brokerage information. If you have any extra legal footers or images you need, you can add your social links here. They will auto-populate on your website. So yeah, so all mine is good to go. So I am going to hit save, and then I'm going to move into designs. So on the left-hand side over here, you're going to go to this little pencil on a canvas, designs, and we're going to get in. So you can see here, I've already done a couple of things. So what you're first going to see is all the stuff that you've previously done. If you haven't done anything, there's not going to be anything here. Now you have two options up here on the top right-hand side. Import Designs is going to take you into the design workspace, the KW Design workspace. So you are going to see all of the design templates that you could have, all of your personal designs. This is where it's going to start off. These are all the things that I've created. And then you're going to have your assets in here. Now your assets are pretty important because there's a lot of things in Command where you can literally just swap items out. So you want to make sure that your assets are up to date. And the first thing is your agent photo. So make sure that you have your photo in here, and you can literally just hit upload. You can get the photo from your device, your computer, your Google Drive, in Facebook, literally anywhere. And then you also want to make sure that your logos are correct. Now I've gone in here and already added all of my Keller Williams Realty PNG logos. And you can do the same from your computer, from your Google Drive, wherever. I have all of mine on a Google Drive for my market center. If you would like me to share that Google Drive with you, just drop a message in the chat. I'm going to just show you how I can post in the chat. So if you see me, I see you. So I said hi. If you comment back to me, I can comment back to you. Oh, maybe I should. Well, I may drop that in a minute at the end. You can also go to our lovely kwconnect.com, and you can find all of your Market Center logos by going to resources and then going down to marketing. Computer's being a little slow, sorry guys. And then logos and branding. And this is going to take you to this page. You can find the Keller Williams KW Identity and Style Guide. You can find all of your primary, bunch of different Keller Williams logos. This is where I got that QKW that I used for my team. All of these external logos. And then if your market center has its special logo, you can click here. So I just hit the number 5 and I can search for any of these properties. So just type in your market center number and you can find your logo there. So that's how you find the logos. And then you just hit print or web or print and web, whichever one you want, and it'll download a zip file onto your computer. We'll do this one just so you can see the zip file down there, and then you can just save it to your computer or upload to your drive or whatever you want to do. So let's go back to logos because I've got these things in here. Now you can also add text. So for things that you do a lot, maybe I need to change this one. You can edit them. So I don't use this email anymore. I'm going to change mine to lrtechtrainer@gmail.com, which is my email. But you can, so for things you do a lot, like your phone number, your website, the name of your team, your name, any of those things that you know that you're going to put a lot on your marketing, you can go ahead and add those in this text field. And then they're just ready, waiting on standby for you to just switch out. You can also add files, you can add videos, you can add different elements. I had made some things, so I have a bunch of different frames in here that I had used for a special project. So yeah, you can pick what colors and fonts you always want to have automatically upload or it go to first. So that's kind of the assets situation. So before you really get started creating these things, make sure that your marketing profile is up to date and has all the correct information, and then go in here and make sure that your assets are up to date. It's just going to make creating these templates so much easier. I'll show you how to do it without having all this done, but it'll make it easier. So now I'm going to go back to templates. And as you'll notice, I am in templates, and this is every type of thing I could basically create except for videos and emails. In order to create those, you'll have to exit out of this tab and go back to where we were, and we'll do that in a minute. But while we're here, let's start in social and print. So you have lots of options. Here are all the options for promoting your app. You can click on these tabs at the top, and they will filter out according to what they are. So here's the flyers, here's the social media post, here's the postcards you can use. And in listings, you have a lot of stuff in listings: for sale, sold, listing presentations. That's not right. Don't you love it when you're working on a thing and it has a glitch? Let's exit out of this. let's go back the other way and see if that helps us. So we'll go in this way. So we're going to go to create designs and we're going to go to print and then hit continue. And now it should bring up all of the print. There we go. It's just my internet is really slow today. That is what's happening. It's thinking it's working. Okay. So now here we go. We're in listings. We have listing presentations. You can pick which one of these you want to. We'll go into more of that in a second. Local expert, postcards, door hangers, neighborhood snaps, one of my favorite things. This is super cool. All of these. I highly suggest that everybody, if you haven't gotten in here and just like looked around, just like go in and play and just create, because you will be surprised what you can discover. You can do a buyer presentation. There's more neighborhood snapshot information. There's lead generating information, client love. You can create cards. You can like print out cards for your clients in here. Like no need to go out and like spend $4 a card on a thank you card. Get your KW branded thank you card for all of your closings. Event invitations, all kinds of stuff. So you can create business cards and letterhead in here. That's super cool. There are postcards for the holidays. And then new designs all kind of sit down here. So this new design, this is cool. What is that? Your personally branded design. This is super cool. This is literally just a magazine. So you can, and it's come out for every quarter. It has 3 different stories. Let's just pop into this one. Here we go. So this is for quarter 3. There was one for quarter 2 and there was one for quarter 1. We'll go into quarter 3. Ote Dote. So my assets automatically popped up over here. But we're going to go back to templates because now we can see, so you have 3 different options for cover photos that you want to use. There is an agent welcome page. You can talk about your quarter in review. And then there's like 3 different stories. So what you could do with this design is you could break it into 3 smaller magazines that go out that are only a couple pages, or you can keep it all together as one, and then you can have all 3 stories in here. So here you can just scroll through and see the different stories. So, and then there's Ask Your Agent. Here's some featured listings. Check us out on our app. So that's the template. Now you'll notice that this page is popped in here. We are going to go over to pages down here and it says 19. These are all the pages that have like loaded in, and we can click on any of these and edit them. But we don't necessarily need 3 cover photos or cover pages. So I'm going to pick the one I like the most. Let's just look through here. I think I'm going to do this woman and her child. That seems sweet. So I'm going to take these 3 tabs over here and I'm just going to say delete. I'm going to delete that page. This page that I'm on is going to become number 1. Delete. I hit no instead of yes. Okay. So now I also don't need this other cover page. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to hit yes. I'm just going to make that go away for a second. So now the page that I'm on is a note from the agent or team. So I can just say, hi, this is Sam. Thanks so much for whatever your like intro to your clients that you're making this design for. A couple of technical things. Now this fit bar down here allows you to zoom out or zoom in. I'm a little blind, so I like to zoom in a lot, and then I just scroll down to check out what my content is. That's how that bar works. Now, like I said earlier, there's a lot of things in Command where you can just kind of swap stuff out. So this Keller Williams DBA logo is not my compliance logo for my market center. So I am going to go over here and I'm going to hit replace. I'm sorry, guys. My computer is very slow today, and I think it's hinking some things up. Click that. Replace. Hello. You know what? We're just going to try this. We're going to take that out completely. We're going to click over here to the one we want, and we're going to hit add. Oh, it added way down there because it didn't replace. You can just get rid of all these guys. Okay. So now I'm just going to drop that in there. Now I'm compliant. So like I was saying, so now I have my DBA logo in here. I can say, oh, I want to do the black one. So I'm going to switch it and it will replace it. I don't know why I was being weird about replacing earlier. If you don't have these logos in here, you can go into the workspace and you should be able, oh no, you can go to images and you can add. And then you can add your compliant logo from wherever you just hit here, and then you can browse for it. The same with your agent photo. You can come into images here and browse for it and add it here. So yeah, so that's how that adding your logo goes. If you want to change this text here, the way I like to change text is I go up to this little typewriter in the top. Again, I said I'm very blind, so it's hard for me to see / manipulate in this space. So I just go to that typewriter and take that out, and I am going to add my name, Samantha King. I'm going to save changes, and now it has that here. I want to change this photo to my photo, so I'm going to go back to my assets, and I'm just going to hit replace. See, it works now. And replace that image. I think this is a little big, so I'm going to edit that a little bit. And I could add my team logo here if I was on a team. If not, I'm just going to delete until that's gone. Now, now on this one, they already wrote this little blurb here for you, which is super great because now you can just read through this. You can edit it and say, I like what this says. I don't like what this says. I can click on it. I can go over here to my little text box. I can change any of this, or I can say keep it, throw my name at the bottom. And all my information and be done. And now that's edited that. Are there any other? So we also can go through and let's go to this page because I want to show you some cool things. So this page is a featured listing. So this is a listing that we have or our friend has, and we want to show it off in our design. We can, if you wanted to, just go back to images and go to add, and then you'd have to go to the MLS, whatever your MLS is, and download it and blah, 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 blah. But there's an easier way. You can go to the KWLS down here, and you can literally search for any listing. And I'm talking any listing. So my favorite example is 123 Sellers Lane. There's Road. Let's type in road. And I'm just going to see what listings even show up for Sellers Road. So we have listings in Louisiana. Wow, there's a lot. This one's cute. This is Sellers Road in Kentucky. There's Sellers Road in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Mississippi, Nevada, all of these. Look at all these places that you could get these from. Let's pick one of these. Let's do this one. This one's cute. So I'm going to select this listing in Kentucky, and I am going to click on this photo, and then I'm just going to swap it out with this photo of this home. And now I also have access to all the listing details, which is super great. So I can click on here and I can swap this out, maybe pull that over a little bit so that's all on one line. Now, I will say that in these templates, the price, beds and bath, and square footage is generally all together. So you can't just like replace it like you can with the address or with your logo or photo or whatever. But you can scroll over here. You have all of the access to the information from the KWLS, and you can go into this typewriter and you can just fix it. So it says right here in the KWLS that this property is listed for $423,274. And it has 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Now we will hit save. We may have to scroll back up a little bit or find where on here the square footage is, if it's mentioned in the KWLS. This property actually sold, so it may not have it in here. But to the point that I'm trying to make, you can just search for the listing in the KWLS and get the photos and the listing details from that. And that's such a time saver because now you don't have to go like hunt down all this information in different places. I do want you to notice that here in this listing description, it is written in I don't know what language this is. So you're going to want to go through and like edit this information and change that. So you can just click on any of these things and change them out. We can decide, I actually just want to keep this first article. So now I'm going to delete all of these, and then you would have it together and you would just, there's your design. Bam. Done. Now you have some content to mail out to your people as just like a little extra bonus to keep in touch with them. And all you had to pay was for shipping costs or like and printing costs. Wasn't that cool? So that's fun. It does have like an in page we showed you with the app. So you can just select which one of these you want. And then I always like to hit File, Save, just because I'm like that. So that's how the Zine works. Oh gosh, we've already been here for 20 minutes. Okay, let's find another thing to do. The listing presentation works very similar to the design. So if you want to create a listing presentation, we're going to use the same things. Now I want to go to social just super quick because there are some cool things that you can do here. And the other great thing about Command is if you have your Realtor Facebook page set up, you can post stuff from Command. So you can create your Facebook or Twitter or whatever content in Command, and then you can post it to Facebook from Command. Like you don't even have to leave. It's super cool. So we went into social branding, and I love this. There's like home value, there's client love, happy birthday, happy home anniversary. There's some client testimonial templates. You can also do email signatures in here, which is super cool. And you can do like the cover photos. Holidays. So they have all of your holiday content in here. Here are all the holidays for January. It's currently September. Here are all the holidays for September. October is next in a couple of weeks. Let's see what's in here for October. We have Indigenous people, Halloween, November, Hanukkah and Thanksgiving, and then you also have December. So this is really great just to like create fun content to put on, to remind everybody to have a happy holiday. But let's go to buyers because I want to show you neighborhood snaps. So this is where you can pull information about the neighborhoods, very similar to your monthly or biweekly neighborhood nurture. You can pull information about the neighborhood and share it with your people. So these are great for Facebook, Instagram, just to get, people thinking about a neighborhood. So I'm going to pick one of these. Which one do I want? I want this one. This looks fun. As it loads. So the great thing about this is that it works very similar to the KWLS. We're going to go back to that page and we're going to go to snapshots and we're going to find either our neighborhood or our postal code. This is very exciting for people like me that live out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have a neighborhood, but I do have a postal code and I can see what properties are for sale within my postal code. So if you have clients that are looking for land or homes, maybe further outside of the city, out in the country a little bit, you can still send them this information and you can still show this information off to your client base. So helpful if I knew my zip code. So as this is loading up, it's going to give me the stats for what's happening in my neighborhood or in my zip code. And I am going to click on this and hit that fun replace button. And now it's going to let me know that the average list price this is the average list price. There's not any information for the average sold price. It seems like there are a lot of properties that are currently active, but not necessarily sold. Price per square footage and average days on market. And then it gives this little picture of my zip code broken down, which is the Scott area in Arkansas. So you, again, can change this text. You can throw your logo in here. Now it's going to work. Put our Keller Williams Realty logo in there, and you have the picture. So yeah, so that's how to do that. The zip code thing for snapshots is new, so I really wanted to show it off. Okay, you can also do neighborhoods just by typing in Lakewood in North Little Rock. It's a neighborhood that is pretty popular in my neck of the woods. Oh, because I'm still in postal code. Make sure you don't search neighborhoods if you're in the postal code. Only search the numbers because it won't work. And if it doesn't pull up anything, maybe double check what you're searching. So here are the neighborhood stats for Lakewood. We're going to click on this again. We're just going to replace these guys out. Super fun. All right, that's that. Be sure to change the name of whatever you're creating, and then you can download it in any JPEG, PNG, PDF, these options. You can download just the one page, or if you have multiple pages, make sure to download all of those. We're going to hit save. If you do hit done and you haven't saved it, you can hit save here and it will save it for you. It's not going to let you exit without saving. Now I want to come back in here to create designs, and I just want to show you the email templates. They're one of my favorite things about Designs in Command. There are 72 different options of emails. Lots of them already have text in here, so you can just kind of manipulate it to say whatever you want. I think this is super helpful for sending out monthly emails, or quarterly newsletters, monthly newsletters. They have featured homes just listed. Buyer conversion. Create a couple of these emails, throw them in a smart plan. When you have a new buyer that you're trying to nurture, you can send these to them. Let's click on one of these buyer nurtures. So my Market Center logo is going to pop up here because it's going to pull from my Connect, my marketing profile. So here's an email about following up with an information packet. Lots of information to share with you. Are you ready to go through it? Reply to this email and I'll find the time to go through this with you. So all of these little fields that have these little stars next to them are merge fields. And what happens is that they pull that information from whatever contact card is assigned to this email. So when you send this out, whoever you send it to in command, this contact, it'll put their name there. It's going to put your name there. It's going to autofill all of this information for you, your legal, your app, all of the things. Now, if you want to edit any of this information, you just hit this little edit button and all of this is going to pull up here and you can edit it. You can add different merge fields for all of these things if you want to. You may want to say, I'm just going to double check that this merge field is going to work. And hit, let's scroll all the way down. Out. We'll do it one more time. Go back up to the top, agent first name, bam, there you go. Oops. Now we're gonna hit done. Yeah, I lost my mic. And you do it again. Yep, so cool. You can also add images or a listing block or a video or a market snap into these. You can kind of manipulate them however you want. You can also preview them. So if you go up here to options, you can preview, test email, or you can download the template. So if we preview it, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to pull all my information that I have. It's going to have my brokerage information and then my information there. You can see what it looks like on a computer, on an iPad, or a mobile device. You can search a contact to see what it looks like when they get added to it. So I said, my friend Alex, hey Alex, it's Samantha, blah, blah, blah. So that's super cool. We're just going to hit save and exit. Oh, I don't have an agent website. And this is interesting. So if you don't have these things in your marketing profile filled out correctly, it's not going to work. An agent website is one of those. You guys all have agent websites, so be sure to put that in your marketing profile. I, however, don't. So I'm going to have to go in here. I don't know where I was trying to edit. Somewhere magical. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to go in here to this line and I'm just going to take out website and then it should let me save it. Nope. Okay. Oh, because I didn't hit done. You got to hit done to make it save. And now I'm done. Okay. Let's see. We can look at some more emails. You can also use, there's a bunch of newsletter templates here that you can use to create like newsletters that you sent out if you need kind of a format to follow. So there's this one, which is just text and a link. or there are a couple of other ones. I think B is what I used. Yeah, so here's one that has like a bunch of spot holders for photos and for links and text. So to edit the image, you just click on it and then you hit edit, and now you're going to go to replace. I just created one for Halloween, which is around the corner, but you could also search from listing images. You can add images. I'm going to click on this image I already had, and then I'm just going to hit replace. Now this is going to go here. I can have it so that this image, if anybody clicks on it, goes a place, which is super cool. You can change the height, the position, the border. I'm just going to say done. And now I have this cute Halloween one in here. And then I can change my text, Happy Halloween, whatever I want to say to my friends here. And then you can put a link in down here. You can name what the link is. When we did this for Halloween newsletters to go out to clients, we put in links to like DIY pumpkin painting, free stencils that you could download from the internet for your kids to carve pumpkins with. And we also added a link for like things that were happening locally in our area around Halloween. So you can say, let's label this like Halloween fun events. And then I can select it to link to a web address, and then I can just search for Halloween events near me. That, it's like I've already done this. This is a local magazine that's pretty cool around here that always has great to-do lists. So I am just going to copy, go back over here, paste this guy, and when I hit done, it's going to change to that. And now people can click on this and they're going to get sent to that link. So that's super cool. Way to just like give back to your clients, get back to your sphere, get back to your people without being all real estate-y. Because we want to provide them with, we want to be their local expert, not just in real estate, but in everything. So we want to be the resource that they come to when they're looking for great Halloween ideas or places to go to for Christmas in your neighborhood. You're your local expert, you know? So I think that those emails are a great way to utilize that. Do we have any questions? Not yet. No questions in the chat. Let's keep going. There are so many things that you can do in designs, and I highly, highly recommend that you guys just like get in here and play around. That's going to be the best way to find out all the things that you like, how it works. Just go and try. There is one more place we haven't been, which is videos. So I can show you this really quickly. These create neighborhood nurture videos, basically. So you can search for a neighborhood and it will give the information for that neighborhood. So I hit Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm going to do Lakewood. I hit next. So this is all the information about the neighborhood. The name of the neighborhood is Lakewood. The average home price is this. That's on the rise. This is the average square footage. That's holding the price per square footage. That's holding steady. There are 3 homes for sale. They've been on the market for an average of this many days. This is what people say about the neighborhood. Now, what's fun here is you can exit out of these and add. So if you think that this neighborhood is like artsy, or if any of these 3 features don't show up, you can add them. You can add whatever you want. I'm sorry, I hope they're landscaping outside of my office window, and I hope that nobody can hear it. So that's how that's what that is. And then your agent information is going to filter into here, and your brokerage information is here, and then you're going to hit next, and it's going to create this cute little video that is animated and shows people what is in the neighborhood. So as soon as that loads, we'll check that guy out because it's super cool. So here we can say, welcome to Lakewood. It does say what date it was created on, so just be careful of that. Don't post, don't make a video and today and then post it 3 months from now because the information may not be accurate. So this is a great quick thing to do to post on your social media to get attention to different markets or different neighborhoods that you're trying to get your people interested in or you want to share. So it promotes your app, which is super cool. And then it has your agent information. And then you can just hit save. And now it's in your thing and you can connect it to your Facebook, which is super great. Are there any other fun designs that I want to talk to you about? Clark Kendall says, love that jingle. I love that jingle too. It's super boppy. Keller Williams, always here with the bop. I don't know if you know that about us, but we've always got good music. That's true. Let's see. Does anybody have any opinions about if we go to social or print? Let's go. You know what? Let's go back to print. And I can show you guys the listing presentation and the buyer presentation. I think I love that Keller Williams offers these to you because they are such a great asset when presenting to your clients. So here are your 5 options for buyer presentations. I am going to pick this one. Because there is some cool stuff that you can put in here with the KWLS. Like you can add, on the listing side, you can add the homes that you're using as comps for your seller's property, which is super cool. So on here, we can go to templates and we can see what is all in here. Now, be aware there is a little guide here for how to do this. Remove this page. Take it out of here. And I love that they highlight, don't keep this page in here. So you can put your client's name in here. This is creating compliments of you. Has a table of contents. And it gives you all of the verbiage, which I love because sometimes it's so hard to figure out what to say. And I love that Keller Williams gives you a place to start from. You don't necessarily have to say all this stuff, but you can, and we gave you the opportunity to use this. So here are some of the things. It's got little tips and tricks in here. Your home wish list. Questions to think about, think about these things and let's talk about it. What are your neighborhood preferences? How do you get to know your neighborhood? Map your move. You can put some neighborhood insights in here if they are thinking about going to a specific place. Again, we just go to snapshots and we type in our neighborhood. I would just replace with this one, and then you can click on this. Come on. And then you can just kind of move it. I had to get in to see, I'm real blind, and I had to get in to zoom. We can just kind of cut that out of there. And then make that a little bigger so it fits back in that spot. Bam. Ta-da. There we are. So yeah, I just think that these are really great. How buying a home works. Oh my gosh, here are all the steps of like being under contract. What happens with closing day, before you close, on closing day, what's going to happen. Here's how we find your home and negotiate an offer. I mean, guys, this is like, they already did it for you. It's just so much good information. And again, like with Design, you can take out whatever pages you want just by hitting these little 3 dots over here and clicking delete. You can come into these pages, and I zoom in because I'm blind. You can change this text just by hitting the little typewriter up here, and then you can change it. You can also change the color of the font. You can change the boldness. You can add bullet points. You can align the text, change the spacing. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do within this platform to make these work. You can change, I mean, it's crazy. So much. While I've got some minutes left, I do want to show you guys just on the listing presentation side, how you can add in those comparable properties into your listing presentation. I think this is super cool because we can utilize the KWLS and we can just pull, I mean, you're going to be using properties that have been sold to compare what your seller's house is going to be comparable to. So let's use this one. Loading. That's my jingle for when it takes a minute for my stuff to load. So let's go over here to templates so we can see. Again, it gives you instructions, your client's name. This is great for the listing side because this is their home. So here's what you have to say about their home and how it compares to other homes in the neighborhood. And then again, you can throw these snapshots in here for what is happening in the neighborhood overall. And here are your comparable properties pages. So I'm just going to zoom in because, like I said, 50,000 times today, I'm blind. So if a property that you're using that's a comp property, you can search it by all of these different, you can search it by MLS number, you can search it by KWLS ID, by the listing agent, the co-listing agent, or by the address. So I'm going to search this property because I know it recently sold. So here is this property in Arkansas. And again, like we did with the other things, I'm going to go here. I'm going to just replace it. I have access to all of the listing information about the property. I can just go in, I can use my typewriter, I can like type all this stuff out. It's pretty amazing. The only thing you might not know from the KWS is how many days it's sold in. But you guys can look that information up. So yeah, so that's fun for that, for comparable properties. Again, it gives a checklist in here of like all the, like how the process works. They can just like literally check it off as they go through. You can talk about your custom marketing plan, your media plan, you know, your credentials and interesting. Here's like your properties that you've sold, your featured listings, the promise is in here, like how to sell safely. I mean, there's just my app, there's just so many good things in here. So I highly recommend that everybody check these out because they're just too good not to look at. Oop. I hit a button, scared myself. We have 10 more minutes. I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, okay. Well, let's go back to import designs. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to postcards because there's a tricksy thing that happens with postcards, and I want to make sure everybody knows it so that when you go to do your direct mailer postcards, you're not like, this doesn't work. Okay. Let's pick one that's going to give us a postcard. Standard postcards. Okay. So we just listed a property. We're going to use this postcard right here. It's going to take us into the workspace. We're going to create this postcard for our property that we sold. We have this beautiful picture on the front. We be sure, the other thing about postcards, there are two sides. There's front and the back. So be sure that you edit what you want to do. Put your agent photo here. Make sure that your logo's right. Change your contact information. Oh, another pro tip. So when you click on these boxes, like it was such a struggle for me to figure out the placement of this. You can use the arrows on your keyboard. So when I use my up, you can't see me touching my keyboard, but when I use my up arrow or my down arrow or my side arrow, I can like minutely maneuver this logo or any other like spacing situation. Like I could do the same thing with my photo. If you're like me and you have a hard time getting it just right, use the arrows on your keyboard. It's a lot easier. So we have this page is good. Let's move that out of the way so we can see it. We did our front page. Now we're going to save this so that we can use this in direct mailer campaigns. We need to make sure you can save it as a PDF right here. You want to go ahead and be sure to include bleed and do the manual bleed, just whatever it suggests. This is going to work. So you want to download it with that manual bleed so that when you jump into direct mailers and you upload this, it is going to configure correctly and it's not going to like take off part of your postcard, and it's going to like show that part of campaigns, like how that needs to be manipulated. So that's my side pro tip. Was there something else for you guys? You can upload a PDF and manipulate your PDF by uploading it in here. You can search for designs. You can start from blank. So you can start from scratch and just pick whatever size of whatever thing you want to do and create your own situation. Weekly planner, YouTube thumbnail, Zoom background, so many things. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'll throw my email in the chat. lr.techtrainer@gmail.com. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to your Market Center Tech Trainer. If you don't have a Market Center Tech Trainer, reach out to me. I can help you. Clark Kendall, the regional tech trainer for our region. Like, we are here to help you guys and to help you guys work as smart as you possibly can and take advantage of all of these tools that are provided to make your business run easier for you. So just let us know how we can help you. That's what we're here for. Hopefully you got a lot out of this. Hopefully you learned something that you didn't know before. And I cannot wait to see what you guys create in Command Designs. I'm going to sign off for now. Until the next one, I hope you guys have a great day. See you later.